It's Big Trouble in Little Podcast. Hey, I'm Andy.
Jazz.
I'm Joe Dubs. Restream, what's going on, bro? Why is it lagging every freaking time? But I'm Joe Dubs.
I'm Zach.
This is week 3 of Cape Shit Month. We're watching superhero movies. We accidentally watched one where there's actually a cape in it, so we got to talk about that now.
I'm the only one that picked a real one. Everybody else,
Hey, that's not
real one.
That's not true. That's spoilers. The last one also has a cape, and it's
no. You mean you're talking about literal capes? I mean like metaphorically speaking,
nonsense,
like
Golden Age. I was thinking about it. I mean, this is more a conversation for next week, but I was thinking about it. We should do like. I don't want to do this. This would actually piss me off. But the next season, we should do like Cape Shit 2, the retcon, and we should all choose like, Golden Age, real comic stuff, and then Zach should choose like The Crow or something as a fun.
I would do that to get back at you guys for that.
But this year, he actually chose Superman, just Superman from 1978.
That's right.
Why'd you choose Superman? Why'd you go a classic? Usually, you're the edgelord.
Well, because when I initially proposed this theme, I was like, we should all do Cape Shit for real. And like nobody, I don't remember people throwing up a lot of movies besides like Logan was mentioned. And you said something about, I don't even remember what movie it was. It was a different movie. I don't even think it was set. Huh?
Yeah, he mentioned Catwoman.
No, it was something else that I was like, I don't think that counts because it's a comic book, but it's not Cape Shit.
Oh, Men in
Black.
Black.
Like that.
Yeah, Men in Black.
Yeah.
It was Men in Black.
I was ironically going to choose Men in Black because it's a comic book movie. And you were like, no, superheroes. I was like,
it's not Cape Shit.
Not Cape Shit. Well, this is when it was comic books. It wasn't Cape Shit yet. Now,
yeah, true.
Yeah.
Would you
refolded it.
Would you allow Birdman?
Yeah, technically Birdman's Cape Shit, sure.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's not.
But it's about Cape Shit.
I mean, it's about Cape Shit in a meta sense, but the main character is not a superhero.
Okay. I still haven't seen it. I don't know.
Okay, well,
really?
I spoiled it a teeny tiny bit.
Yeah. I'm assuming you're talking about the Birdman that came out like 10 years ago or 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Isn't it more than that?
It's kind of old now, yeah.
It's been like 10 or 15 years.
I think it's been at least 10. But
it has Michael Keaton.
Yeah.
My boy.
Yeah, that is definitely not a Cape Shit movie.
Okay.
No, not even close. Yeah.
Well, anyway, I picked Superman because it was like the quintessential. This is the tent pole. This is the one, the foundation. The
Not one of us chose an MCU movie. Again, minor spoiler for next week, obviously, but none of us went the easy route. Everyone chose something interesting, I think, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do think that was the lazy way out, and I'm very proud of us for not doing it. Next season, lazy Cape Shit, all MCU.
That's the thing is, MCU could be a theme.
Mm-hmm.
You could there's still a lot of gas in that can. It doesn't have to be MCU necessarily. Like, I don't think, did we ever review like the old Spider-Man movies? Like the Sam Raimi, for example?
No.
See? There's something there.
Well, I'm not saying there's not a lot of Superman movies. That's part of the reason we came around to doing this the way that we did it. Is there are a fuckload of superhero movies,
there is.
And I think Chaz said it best. Like the Event Horizon is Iron Man, and ever since then, it's just like splintered out into superhero movies on top of superhero movies. But all of us kind of gravitated toward, the hipster, like, oh, this is back in my day, 90s and 2000s and 70s, for that matter, superhero movies, like something more interesting to discuss. All of these movies exist in a bubble, but also exist within the culture of their times very much. I think this movie in particular, like this movie was like a cultural touchstone more than anything else we've watched.
Absolutely. I feel like Zach definitely hit the assignment, and the rest of us were like all reading over it while we listened to like a Linkin Park album.
Oh yeah.
B-side,
that's my favorite song.
There's two things I want to touch on. The MCU bucket that we were talking about. We still need to watch Red Brown Captain America. So let's get that off the list. And two,
February.
Yeah.
February.
Number two, this movie is fucking awesome. and Christopher Reeves, the Superman. There's no other Superman. He's the Superman.
We'll get to that.
I'll talk to that. Well, let's start getting to it. Who's seeing this movie for the first time?
Whoa.
Well, only Chaz. Okay, that's interesting.
And at least that I remember. I feel like I remember vague things about this movie.
It's possible you saw this on like TNT when you were 7 or something. Like who knows?
I don't remember ever sitting and watching this movie from start to finish.
Yeah, and I haven't seen it in a really long time. And I do like the setup of like General Zod because I'm like, oh, he's gonna fight General Zod later.
I was like, shit, I started the wrong movie.
Yeah.
When I first started, because I don't remember that. I think that's a new thing that they've done, right?
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't remember seeing that before the last time I watched this movie. I think this is like some kind of new, like, all-timer cut or whatever.
Did we all watch it on HBO Max, probably?
Yeah, I bet it was like an extended cut. But what's really funny is I remember seeing what happened to them in other TV media as like a funny reference. Like there's a legitimately
Family
scene,
Guy and shit.
Yeah. Family Guy literally puts someone in that weird like altered parallel dimension and ships them off. And I was like, hey, I did the Leonardo DiCaprio. Hey, I've seen that.
Fucking shout out to Marlon Brando as fucking Jor-El. I was like, holy shit. Because I remember I watched it as a kid and then, first year of college. And then I totally forgot about this movie besides like Christopher Reeves and Margaret Kidder. But I was like, holy fuck, I didn't even know Marlon Brando was in this movie.
This is one of those things. Like there are certain actors at certain points in their career that I would really like to have a conversation with them. Like I'd really like to talk to Jack Nicholson right before he did Batman, like before he blew up. I'd really like to talk to Bob Hoskins right after he did Super Mario Brothers. But I would love to talk to Marlon Brando on the set of Superman. I so want to know what he was thinking when they were like, okay, put on all this white shit. And he was like, excuse me?
Can we go ahead
Have you seen Along the Waterfront? That's me. No. We're not doing any of that classy shit.
It is literally the whitest thing I've ever seen.
Well, they're doing like a weird super exposure thing to make everything look like it's glowing. It looks a cool effect. It looks cool.
It's super cool, but it's so fucking bright. But it's cool. It's just like I saw it, I was like, wow, this is wild.
Wow.
Dude,
wow.
He's been accused of like phoning it in on this movie and stuff too by different people.
I wouldn't say that.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that either. I think some people mistook because correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't know a whole lot about Marlon Brando as a person. Would you say he was a guy that was like up his own ass a lot?
Oh yeah. Oh,
for real?
Yeah, probably.
Like he thought he was amazing and shit. Because
I think
sometimes he comes off like he doesn't give a shit. Like
that's
he's just
that's part of why I want to talk to him on the set of this movie. I kind of want to figure that out. Because there are several times he comes off as being like a pompous asshole, and there's other times where he always seems like a little bit of an asshole, but who knows for sure. But he famously like he was supposed to get an Oscar and he just like blew off the ceremony, and he sent like some Native American to get the award for him, and they gave a speech about the mistreatment of Native Americans or something like that. And like he was like, oh, I've been a fucking Godfather. I was directed by Coppola. I don't have to do shit. And like he'd like turn up for movies like not having read the script, and they'd have to like feed him. I think Superman is one of those cases. Like morning of, they're like, okay, here's what you're gonna say, and then they would just shoot it until he got it right.
Didn't he do Apocalypse Now and he like refused to learn any lines, and he
that was the beginning of
everything.
It. Yeah, and he also refused to lose weight for
it. That's why they shot it in the dark and you only saw his head, right?
Exactly right. Yeah. That's he was like that was the beginning of the Marlon Brando asshole arc.
Okay. Well, I was reading some things about this movie. I got facts for it later. We'll do it at the end. And I didn't write this down though, but he was giving off some ridiculous fucking ideas about like how his role should be before like the movie even really started. He was saying like Jor-El should appear as a suitcase and he would just do a voiceover. And then he's like, it should be a green bagel. And I would just do a voiceover over it. I'm like, is he like being for real? Or
Yeah, that's bizarre. Again, I'd love to have a conversation with him. Okay, why do you think that?
I feel like he's just like pulling their chain or something. Like he's just let me see if they'll let me get away with this, and then if they say no.
Comic books as a medium have gone through this transformation in our lifetimes, but you got to remember this is 1978. Like comic books are just bullshit now.
People still thought comic books were like goofy bullshit back then, really.
And they might have been for the most part.
Yeah, a lot of them were.
Well, at that point in the late 70s, they weren't anymore. It wasn't like the Silver Age. We're out of that by then.
Okay, yeah, but at the same time, like I guess I'm thinking of the portrayal of the movie. Like the portrayal of the movie is based more on what a traditional like Silver Age comic would be, right?
So it's like this version of Superman is like, kind of like the gold Silver Age Superman. Like, and Christopher Reeve plays that. When people think of Superman, this is the classic quintessential Superman. This is like what he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
Other than like the stuff he does in the other movies, like, Superman 2 and then like 3, when he splits his personality somehow, and then there's like an asshole version of him. Like,
Bizarro Superman.
He wasn't even. Yeah, it was like Bizarro Superman, but not really. It was like something else. It's just like he purged all his negative emotions, and then there was an asshole Superman.
Yeah, I heard that's how Tobey Maguire phoned it in for Spider-Man 3. It was
It makes sense.
and he refused Spider-Man.
He refused to lose weight, and they CGI'd his suit. Yeah.
We had this conversation a lot when we were discussing Batman movies, and of course we've done Batman movies twice, but we've never really touched on Superman. Christopher Reeve's a pretty good Superman. Like I said, he's my favorite Superman, but his Clark Kent is golden. It's perfect.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that, because I like his Clark Kent more than I like.
Oh, me too, by a lot.
Yeah.
See, I look at it as a total package, though. Like, really.
I like to divorce the two, like we did when we were talking about Batman and Bruce Wayne.
Bruce Wayne, yeah, same.
See, I feel like with Batman you can do that. With Superman, you can't. It's because of how they view their identity, I think.
Well, that's why I say like Christopher Reeves is the Superman, because like Zach said, he's the total package. I think he plays a good Superman, and he plays a amazing fucking Clark Kent. So like
Clark Kent's always been the more interesting character. Like Superman is just a box filled with plot contrivances. That's all that Superman ever really needed to be. And I think it was actually Max Landis who said this, but Superman's interesting, or Clark Kent, I mean to say, is interesting because it's Superman's critique on us, the human race. Because like Batman, Bruce Wayne becomes Batman, Superman becomes Clark Kent. And that's why Clark Kent has always been like such a much more interesting kind of premise to me personally.
Yeah, I always heard I don't know, I haven't researched this. I heard there was a story one time where like it was all about just him as Clark Kent doing actual journalism to uncover some kind of crazy plot or whatever.
That sounds
and
fun.
I always wanted to read that after I heard about it.
Yeah.
But like what he does though, like when he's Superman and he's Clark Kent, it's like he's literally two different people, like the way he acts. But even it's down to even just his mannerisms and his body language, though. Like and it's funny because like Christopher Reeve's a big guy. He's like 6'4", and he worked out for this movie. Initially, when they were looking at him, he's like, "Oh, he's too skinny. He can't be Superman." And then he like bulked up. He bulked up for this movie. He put the work in. But the reason why he did so well, I think, is because he's like a trained stage actor, though. So he probably had a little more traditional acting experience than like what they probably thought. So he was able to like pull that off more, especially like if you notice like his body language and like just his physical actions and stuff. It's like that's like one of his strongest points. Like the apartment, when he shows up at her apartment and then like, they do the date thing or whatever. And then he shows up as Clark, like right after it's over.
Yeah.
And then she's like, "Oh yeah, let me go get my things." And then he kind of messes around with the idea, like messing with her. He like takes his glasses off and like stiffens up and kind of is like, he says like Lois or something. Like he changes his voice, like that's his Superman voice, I guess.
Yeah.
But
one of the things I really like about the the way he portrays this character, and I have like a good fresh perspective because I watched the newest Superman. I'll talk about that later, but
Yeah.
It's hard not to go ahead and compare it because I watched them so close together. His portrayal of Clark Kent is it's a twofold thing. One, it is like you mentioned already, the criticism of us, like how he sees people, but also that trying to still live that idealism of like who the upright citizen should be. Like again, he had, and some of it's like also like due to with this movie's plot, like he's been away for a set amount of time, and like he's using phrases that would have been used 10, 20 years ago, and but also the thing that I like the most is even if their mannerisms and their body language is different because he's so meek and kind of shy as Clark Kent, the ideals he stands for are the same throughout. Like he still stands as he's the same person, but he is different enough in just how he presents himself. Like a lot of it's just confidence. Like Superman, like his Superman seems very confident in himself as he delivers things, as opposed to Clark Kent just seeming much more timid on how he says things, but they stand for all the same things.
Yeah, me and Zach are only going to get this reference because we just played the video game. But like when Superman is Clark Kent, he does like this afraid voice. He does the whole like ghost and all that stuff with like the stuttering. So like especially the part where Lois and him get held up by that dude. And he's funny, he's acting all scared and shit, and he's like all quivering. But I also like when he like pesters Lois too. He's like, "Aren't we supposed to go on a date? Like, what the hell are you doing? Like, we gotta do this like story. What are you doing?" He does that annoying voice. He like kind of like gets on Lois's nerves on purpose, but to be like not to be interested in him, but kind of is. I don't know. It's weird how they do that.
One of my favorite other favorite scenes he does as Clark is like when he's standing in Perry White's office. It's like some point in the middle of the movie or a little bit past the middle of the movie, he just starts being like, "Is your whole problem, Clark Kent, is like you just don't go after things enough. You gotta push. You gotta show initiative and all this crap." And he's just like standing there taking it. It's like basically he's like browbeating him because he's too meek, and it's funny because it's like we all know that's Superman,
right? That's it is what makes it funny. I also appreciate the campiness of this movie.
Yeah,
not just his character, but as a total theme. Like I
go back and forth on it.
It does get a little much because there's like some things with the movie, like what is it when Lex Luthor's crew decide to steal whatever they are from the military, so they go for that whole like she's fainted. Oh, let's do chest compressions and then mouth to mouth. Like that whole thing gets. It's like that's a little dated.
Let's talk about Luthor, I guess. For the time, for the late 70s, I guess this was probably right on. I don't like this characterization of Lex Luthor, which sucks because Gene Hackman does a wonderful job.
He is very campy.
But I don't like this whole like living in the sewer, like with the big library thing. I don't know.
I'm the greatest criminal mastermind shit. I'm like, I don't think they fully formed his like there's like a modern version of Lex Luthor, and I don't think that we had gotten there yet in the comic books.
That's what I was saying. Like, it's the late 70s, so I'm going to give it a little bit. Like, Superman the Animated Series, that's my Lex Luthor, because, that was the first thing I ever saw as a kid. It's the animated series. I like him as a businessman, and he's kind of untouchable in that kind of way, but he's just, like, smarmy, and I'm the greatest criminal mind of this generation, but to what end? Like, where'd he come from? He's just kind of there. Like he's just kind of a bad guy for Superman. And I understand, it's a comic book. That's how that kind of stuff goes. But I didn't like that's one part where I thought the campiness detracted from what could have been great.
Well,
they should have developed that.
Well, specifically too, is that he has this literal useless henchman.
Well,
and it almost created its own
that's
like.
The flip side of that coin is I want Lex Luthor to be scary. I want Ned Beatty to be hilarious, and he is. Ned Beatty is awesome. He's one of the best parts of this movie, hands down.
Right,
that's perfect. That's perfect for a 70s comic book movie.
No, it is. But that's the thing is like he plays off well, and I enjoy enough of that, and I think that's what lets it get away from it. But could you imagine if we had that version of Lex Luthor fleshed out where he was a little more scary, and you still had all the comedy with it.
Yes, that's what you need.
It would be perfect.
You need Lex Luthor to be genuinely scary, and then Ned Beatty's the foil. He's the comedic. It's just perfect. It's just that's how you write a script.
Yeah, he could have had like Lex as like a politician or like a CEO guy, and Otis is like his fucking assistant, his dumbass assistant or something like that.
Something like that.
He's dumbass.
It's not that bad. Like I'm not saying I hate this Lex Luthor, and like his lair is cool.
Yeah,
but why?
I want the weird layer where it's like partially underwater and
that's neat. It's a cool design, but is it Lex Luthor?
No, I didn't really like the. I thought the Lex in this was kind of weak. I didn't really like the battle, or not the battle, but like the the conflict and everything. I was just like, it's so campy, it's so dumb, but it's kind of like introducing Superman, so I kind of appreciate it. Whatever.
Well, they can't in this movie. Superman doesn't have anyone that he can just beat up.
Well,
and that's interesting.
That's like, I mean, they set up Zod for later,
right?
And their whole intention was to film those two movies back to back. So it's like they had a plan. I guess if this movie fucking bombed, they weren't going to enact that second part of the plan. But I think it's a result of like the times it's in. This Lex Luthor just wasn't that guy yet, and nobody was brave enough, I guess, to try like, let's just make him different. Let's just do something with him.
Yeah.
But I've always kind of had mixed feelings about like the Lex Luthor in this movie too. And it's like you pretty much said all the same things I always thought about it as well. But it's funny is everybody keeps talking about how campy this movie is. Originally, it was going to be more campy than this.
Really?
Yes. And then like I think it was Richard Donner and like, a couple other people like, let's be for real. Let's try to do a for real movie. And that got tamped down to where it is as we know it today, basically. Which is, I don't know. Yeah, it's got, there's some camp in this movie for sure, but it's also, I feel like it's sincere. It's a real sincere movie. It's not just silly.
I was looking at Richard Donner. I was like, what around this time? What did how we talk about how Christopher Nolan had The Dark Knight like as the you had to do those movies in order to do his passion projects down the road type of stuff. Was this like Richard Donner's like thing? I have to do this movie and then I'll do my passion projects down the road.
I don't know, because I think in the business of Hollywood back then, from what I could read about it, everybody knew this was like a humongous project. And like back then, it was like the most expensive movie ever made, like for real, when it actually produced. So
he did The Omen.
Yeah, he did that. But like they were trying to get everybody they could, like all the big heavy hitters, to be in this. It's like, I'll get into that later, but like they got damn Mario Puzo to write the fucking screenplay, and they gave him $600,000 to fucking do that. So
I wonder how much of it made it unmolested into the studio. Like, I wonder what they used.
I wonder about that too, because like they paid him an awful lot of money just to write a fucking script. Like,
why? Why?
I don't know why.
Just because people know who he is? Because I think
maybe he conned them into it. Like, it's like, I'll throw this outrageous number. Like, maybe they'll fuck off. Like, no, we'll pay you that. And then he's like, okay, I guess.
Ah, shit. I guess I got to do it.
Yes, I would write this now. Yeah.
Maybe
sometimes it works that way.
Maybe he wrote Lex's part. Maybe that he's like, rich man, fucking, that's overused. Let's put him in a fucking sewer and shit, and he's a mastermind.
I'll have to like try to research that some more. Clearly, there's like there's this huge rabbit hole, I think, for this movie, like for like the development and everything. I didn't realize was there before.
That's so weird. I want to know everything about that, because he wasn't known for doing adaptations.
No, I mean, like, so what? He did Godfather, obviously.
Well, he wrote The Godfather. He wrote the book.
I know, but he also probably had some input on
he did work on his own adaptation and screenplay. Yeah. But he didn't adapt someone else's work. That's why it's weird to me that they'd choose him. I really think it was just like, people know who this is. I'll fucking choose him. Whatever.
I guess it was because of the damn movie, though. Really, like it's like nobody knew. Like, was that like a big best-selling book before that movie came out? Really?
Yes. Yeah.
I didn't remember. I don't know. So, but yeah, this movie starts kind of weird though, and then like we already talked about how we think they added in a scene in this cut of it that explains, it sets up like Superman 2. Then we see like, Krypton or Krypton as Marlon Brando pronounced right. Krypton. I kind of like that it's Krypton. What's like funny is they never really get that much into like, why did Krypton explode? Like until like way later. Like
they created Doomsday, right?
I don't, that's the thing is I still don't fully know.
I thought it was originally like tectonic, like bullshit.
Was it because of their sun? Like it was like expanding or something?
Oh yeah, that's right. That's why it has something to do with, that's why the sun, kryptonite hurts Superman because their sun irradiated their planet or some shit. I don't know. I don't remember. Never mind.
It's like the irradiation.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
Isn't that the whole point of the kryptonite? Is that it's the irradiation's too intense? That's why it hurts.
I think so. Yeah, I think their sun grew and it like destroyed the world. And what's funny to me though is like the backstory of like how Jor-El was telling them, is like, you guys, our planet's gonna fucking explode, and like nobody will listen to him. That's another thing I never understood. Like he's like a respected member of their society and like this top tier scientist, and they're just like, no, we don't believe you. You need to shut up.
Well, especially after like they give you the scene where he effectively condemns the others, so it's very clear he is in a position of power and influence and respect. And then they immediately say, "Nah." And if you go further with this, you're just going to be treated just like.
We don't want you to fucking panic everybody with your science.
Well, I think that's. I mean, it's for the sake of this comic book movie, it really is just he was really smart. He was Galileo. He was really smart. And they didn't believe him or something. Yeah. But there's a much more interesting story to be told there in that secretly they do believe him. But they're like, you're going to cause a panic for no reason. There's nothing we can do. Just leave it alone.
They could leave.
Yeah.
I mean, presumably. I don't. It would be, my way is more interesting. Fuck you.
I think that they made a whole TV show about that, though. I think, right? Like,
yeah, it was on Sci-Fi. Yep.
Yeah, I thought so. Watch the TV show, I guess.
But it's like you said, it's so funny because like he's like, we could just fucking leave, and they're acting like, no, we got to go down with the ship type of thing. Like it's like honor. And I just love the gaslighting, and they're just like, Jor-El's like, I'm not gonna escape. I'm not gonna cause any alarm. I'm gonna be a good boy. And he's like, the planet's gonna fucking explode. Let's just send our son out to Earth and stuff.
Baby Moses.
That's the genesis of Superman. They had to have it.
Yeah.
Let's jump all the way to the end. I want to talk about the last 20 to 30 minutes of this movie. It sucks.
No, it's amazing.
Nope, wrong. This movie is so good throughout. It's coming. This movie is so good throughout, and I have such a fun little like kicking my little jammy jam feet in the air time watching this movie. It's so fun. I like it. And the last like little bit of this movie is like all the desert, nothing's going on. Lois is driving her car around. It's boring. It's more desert. Nothing interesting's happening. Superman does like he saves some people, and then the dumbest thing in superhero movie history happens. Superman reverses time by flying backwards. It's all dumb and boring, and I hate it.
Yeah,
I'm like, hey man, I really enjoy this movie. Why do I not watch this movie all the time? And then the last 20 minutes happens, and I'm like, oh. And then he dumps Luthor in a prison, and he's like, lock him up, Warren, goodbye, fuck due process. Ha ha, he flies away.
Yeah, isn't he like
again, I don't want it to sound like, fuck your choice, Zach. This movie sucks. This movie's really good. I like it a lot. It's just, man, I wish they hadn't ruined it in the last 20 minutes.
But you know what? That's a comic book accurate ending.
I guess that's
maybe
the
thing.
That's think about what I wanted. I didn't want a comic book accurate ending. I wanted a film ending. I wanted a well-written, interesting, character-building ending.
I think us watching it from the lens of how comic book movies are now, where it's like fucking fleshed out and amazing with good action endings and satisfying ending like Endgame, that we go watch this movie and we're like, that's it? he went around
it's
the fucking...
not so much. It's the turning back time is idiotic, but him defeating Luthor and undoing the possibility of all these people getting hurt, the bus, the train, everything else. He also, it's weird. He saves a plane, he saves a train, he saves a bus. I feel like they were like writing down bullets. Superman's going to save a car, he's going to save a cat, and he's going to save a bus, and he's like, it seems silly, but I like Luthor's like, haha, there's 2 missiles, Superman. What do you think about that? And then he like figures it out. Like he saves all of these individual people, and it shows you Superman is resourceful and all powerful and whatever. That's fine. It's just it's done in an uninteresting way. Like I'm not having fun watching it. Like even forgetting the turning back time thing, which is idiotic.
Yeah, it takes away a lot of the drama of like, oh, well, what were the actual stakes?
Well, they could just turn back time, then it just negates all the...
It literally I mean, again, you get this powerful thing where he finds her dead and he's like really upset about it. And then he's like, fuck this.
Like one of the best scenes in the whole movie is where he goes on a date with Lois. And what if he could just Groundhog Day it and just like turn back time every time until he like figures out all the right things to say?
He already did it right, though.
Yeah, I mean, that's more interesting, but maybe we didn't see it. Maybe he did Groundhog Day it. Maybe he just kept figuring out, oh, she likes this, oh, she likes that. She likes when I say this. Oh, she doesn't like when I do that.
I will say, I mean...
Be sure to bring up her underwear. She likes that part.
I will say, like, the reason why he, goes around the Earth is because of Lois, but he's, like, fucking super angry. So maybe he has to be super angry to like fucking time travel.
Maybe that activates that ability.
Yeah.
You know what's funny is I didn't realize this until I watched it. This is the second time I've seen this movie. I didn't realize this until this time, but they set this up from the beginning of the movie. This moment really. It's like towards the end of his time in Kansas. Like right when his dad dies of the damn heart attack, pretty much. Mm-hmm. Like
Superman's fault.
They're having that conversation. It's not his fault. His dad wasn't forced to run. It's not like that movie where they were holding you at gunpoint, forcing you to run. But like they have that conversation about like, so sometimes I just want to like show those guys they're jerks, or like I just want to beat them up. He's like, well, you shouldn't do that. And it's like, well, I guess who knows what I'm really capable of or whatever. And like.
With great power. No, wrong movie.
But then there's that scene where he's getting interviewed by Lois, kind of, and then she's asking him like, so what can you do? He's like, I don't really know everything that I can do. I don't know. There's the question. So like, what are really the extent of Superman's powers, which has always just been, I guess, whatever the writer feels like. That's kind of how it's been from the beginning, really. I mean, they're clearly defined, but like in terms of like the scale of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, like so. I actually don't really like most of it. I was kidding. I like the stupid turn the clock back thing. I like it because it's so silly. That's all.
That's fine. It's your opinion. You're entitled to it.
But like, yeah, the whole build up to that and the driving around the desert, getting confused and be like, oh, what the fuck? You get mudslided and you get killed. Like that shit.
Stupid.
Yeah, it's way too drawn out.
I think it would have helped. A little mini dam and then knocked it down with slow motion and filmed it. All fun.
Yeah, I appreciated all the model work.
Mm-hmm.
I will say Lex Luthor's plot, his scheme there was actually like that was like a modern Lex Luthor-ish plot.
I do like that he's going to have beachfront property by blowing up the San Andreas fault. That's good. That's good writing. That's good shit.
It's such a ridiculous thing as I'm actually going to cause devastating loss and
I'm going to kill millions.
So I can be a real estate mogul.
Like that's what he would do.
Hilarious.
Also, what's wrong with Otisburg? I liked it.
Yeah, Otisburg was okay. But Yeah, the ending is like the other thing about this movie that's always just been kind of me as well.
Such a shame.
It's really funny because when you watch, I watched a documentary about this movie. I'll get into it later, but one of the producers was talking about how like, most people seem to like Superman too. No, this was the masterpiece, and I'm like, was it? They both have their strong points. I don't know.
You got any Zac Packs?
I guess I do, but
he's been sprinkling them throughout. It sounded like
I've been peppering them in there, but I'll give the floor to you guys if there's any other things you want to say about this movie before I do my facts.
No, I think I touched all I have to say about this movie.
No, I had one more thing to say.
Yeah.
Margot Kidder as Lois Lane. At the beginning of the movie, I'm like Superman is into her like immediately. It's like asking her out like right away. And I was like, why? She's not that pretty. She's a total bitch.
Damn.
I'm sick of this. And by the end of the movie, let me finish. By the end of the movie, I was like completely in love with her. I don't know what happened. It's like as that character develops, it's like, man, I really like Lois Lane in this movie. Oh man, she's pretty hot. This is all right. Oh man. Oh, please save Lois Lane. I love her. I don't know what it was. There's like a complete transformation of my opinion of Lois Lane from the beginning of the movie to the end. I don't know what happened.
She grew on you like a fungus. I mean, the first impression of her is kind of like, abrasive. Really.
Well, she's abrasive and she's being a bitch and she's like standoffish and it's not nice. And then also like she's not like, she doesn't have her cleavage pushed out and she doesn't look like classically hot or anything. And I was just like, what's the big deal, Clark/Superman? But as it went on, I saw what Superman saw in her. I was like, okay, yeah, I can fix her.
I can fix her.
I can teach her that there's more to life than business.
Fucking
I can Lifetime movies, Lois Lane.
Fucking Lex's girl wanted fucking Superman's Man of Steel.
That's true.
Yeah.
Tess Walker, yeah. What about Chaz? What about you?
What about me?
You got one?
You
final
things?
statements.
Oh no. I enjoyed the movie. Again, it's my first time watching it. I haven't watched any of the others yet, so that's going to be another thing to kind of really take away from.
Don't do it past 2 unless you really want to. Just take my advice.
Okay, I probably still need to watch them at least to kind of have more of a feel.
Watch 4. Do it.
Christopher Reeve as Superman, but it's solid. Like I wasn't disappointed by watching it, and I enjoyed it. I probably have a hot take about Superman movies that I'll share later, but
we'll see.
We'll get to that. But,
you like Superman Returns the best. That's what your hot take is.
Yes, unfortunately. I have watched that one, sadly. The 90s one, right? Or early 2000s one?
No, the late 2000s one, yeah.
Yeah, it's before Man of Steel happened, right?
Right.
Oh, yeah. Several years,
yeah. Okay. Yeah, sadly, yes.
It both is and isn't in canon with this one, I guess. It's weird.
Yeah, it's weird. Shout out to John Williams and his score.
Oh, yeah.
His almost Star Wars at times score.
But John Williams has it.
It's great. Sound. It's great.
Yeah. The beginning of this movie, actually, I'm glad you mentioned it. At the beginning of this movie, I was like, I had to like double check. I was like, did Star Wars come out first?
Barely.
Yeah.
It's he composed these soundtracks very close to each other.
Well, it's not even just that.
It's
like the beginning, like visually, also very much reminded me of Star Wars for some reason.
Certain aspects,
space,
especially
ship flying through space. Yeah.
Especially the Krypton shit.
Yeah, I don't know. There's much of that, but it's not a bad thing. I mean, they were going for what the hot thing was. Plus,
it reminded me of Battlefield Earth. That's then we talk.
Oh, jeez.
I need those Dutch angles. But now I'll do my facts. So, I already said this is the most expensive film made. Up to that point, the producers had so many people they wanted to be Superman. So many people. Listen to this list. Al Pacino.
No.
James Caan.
Maybe.
Steve McQueen.
Huh?
I think he was too old.
I'd want to see it, but it would be bad.
It'd drive the supercar.
Clint Eastwood.
No.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Also too old. Dustin Hoffman. No, what the fuck?
Maybe.
No, honestly, no.
Maybe.
Dustin Hoffman should.
It would be a different movie.
I want Dustin Hoffman as Rain Man as Superman.
Neurodivergent Superman. Yeah.
It's Neurospicy Superman.
How about Muhammad Ali?
Wait, what?
Yeah, they wanted Muhammad Ali to be fucking Superman.
Oh man, I don't want him as Superman, but I want him in the movie.
Like he could be Superman's buddy.
Yeah, he could be in there somewhere. Come on.
Like Clark Kent goes to the gym and somehow he goes to some gym and he has to have like a boxing match for some reason. Like,
well, yeah,
he's sparring.
That sounds
Don't
like
they
a
have-
promotional
isn't that an
comic
actual-
you get with every pair of Reeboks or something.
Yeah, that's legitimately a comic, right? Isn't there legitimately a comic where like there's like a weird thing where like Superman and Ali and a bunch of other people are held captive and they have a contest or of some kind, and
Something
Superman
like
doesn't
that.
have his powers,
Yeah,
and Ali
probably.
beats the fuck out of him.
I think so. That sounds familiar.
I swear I'm pretty sure that's an actual comic.
Muhammad Ali as Jimmy Olsen. There you go.
Whoa. That whole scene where they get held up at gunpoint, he just shows up and beats the shit out of that guy. That's like what happens. But no, there's more though. Burt Reynolds. They went for Burt Reynolds. He turned it down.
I like Burt Reynolds, but that wouldn't work.
Nah. Sylvester Stallone wanted to be in the movie.
Maybe.
But it ended up not working.
Just put on crypto.
It'd be Krypton, and then I ate the pizza, and I cut the pizza with scissors, and then I ate it.
Yo, Lois Lane.
And that's the scene. That's the scene. Paul Newman. They tried Paul Newman.
He's way too old at 78, isn't he?
Old. They also gave him options. You want to be Lex Luthor or you want to be Jor-El? And he turned down all three.
That would have been bad as hell. I would have liked that.
Paul Newman as Lex Luthor would have been cool.
That'd be good.
He could have been fine as Jor-El, I guess. But he said no. He's like, no, I don't want to do any Superman shit. Leave me alone.
Good for him.
Bruce Jenner. They tried to go for Bruce Jenner.
Okay.
They at the end they figured out this guy can't fucking act.
Yeah, I was gonna say he had never acted in anything, right?
Yeah.
Could you
Neil
imagine?
Diamond.
What?
I don't know. It wanted.
This is more of that
Lois
just like
Lane.
Oh, this is
clout
sweet-
and
sweet
name
kryptonite.
chasing. They're like, who's famous?
This is what I'm saying. Yeah, they're gunning for like the biggest names they can get. Arnold. Neil Diamond and Arnold lobbied to be in this movie though, but like Arnold, no, they couldn't. They couldn't do it because of his accent and everything.
Yeah, that wouldn't work.
Christopher Walken. They tried to get Christopher Walken. Well,
No,
Lois, it's me.
I'm the Man of Steel.
John Voight.
no.
That's stupid. I know, John Voight. Like, what the fuck?
The number of people that they're trying to get to be Superman who, like, at best would have just been able to be Luthor, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's a lot of good Luthor candidates in this list, but not the good Superman ones.
Not really. Yeah. So then I got two more. Warren Beatty. He turned them down.
Yeah, that wouldn't have worked.
Nah. Not John Voight. Nick Nolte.
I can't remember what Nick Nolte's like in the late 70s.
I will say this. He said, "Okay, I'll be Superman, but he has to be schizophrenic." That was actually his pitch.
Good for him.
So he also wanted to be neurodivergent Superman.
I'm glad that they went with who they did. Like in hindsight, obviously, but why? Why did they choose who they did? Christopher Reeve.
Because
like he wasn't huge as a name yet, was he? I'm trying to look at his IMDb now, and he was only in like some TV shows.
yeah, he was basically nobody. But what happened was he auditioned, and then they were like, and they got him in the costume and everything, and then he did some scenes. They were like, this guy's a pretty good actor, actually.
So they accidentally decided to make a good movie for a second.
Yeah, and they thought they did the thing where it's like we cast a big name that's not in the main part, and we put like a lesser known guy in the main part.
Sure.
That thing. You could argue they kind of did that with Michael Keaton and Batman.
Yeah, I think you could argue that.
Yeah, it turned out for the best, I guess. Already said that. They're directors. They were fighting over directors too.
Oh boy.
Peter Yates, Francis Ford Coppola.
No, he wouldn't have done it.
No, probably not. William Friedkin.
That would have been a weird ass movie, but I don't think he'd have done it either.
Richard Lester.
I don't remember who that is.
John Gellerman. I've never heard of that guy.
I don't know that either.
Ronald Neame. Kept wanting to say Roland for some reason.
You're losing me. I don't know any of these guys.
Okay, how about Sam Peckinpah? You know that guy?
Sam fucking Peckinpah.
Peckinpah.
Thank you for setting me up for that. But maybe. I don't know. I don't think so, but maybe.
Here's the thing. It got kind of far with him. I guess he was going to...
benefit of the doubt, that could have worked.
I guess he was going to do it, but what happened was during a meeting, apparently he produced a gun during a meeting with like the producers.
Yeah, like, it's Sam fucking Peckinpah. What do they expect to happen?
Get the fuck out of here. We're not doing this with you.
Shame.
They tried to get George Lucas, but he's like, I'm making my own movie right now.
He was all busy in 1978, I imagine. Yeah.
He's making some bullshit that didn't amount to anything.
Yeah, it didn't go anywhere. Yeah.
And so they went with Ilya, what the hell is that guy's name? One of the main producers, he wanted to get Steven Spielberg, but his dad was like, nah, he's fucking nobody. Don't get him. Yeah, because he's making a movie about a killer shark.
Another movie that's not going to go anywhere.
Yeah. So they settled on Richard Donner. I guess that worked out, though.
It did work out.
And that's all my facts, though. That's just me barely. I feel like I've barely scratched the surface with this shit.
Yeah, I imagine the lore of this movie runs deep.
At least it's good, though. You know, usually in these cases, like when the lore runs deep for some kind of movie, it's like usually shit. It's usually
it's like Super Mario Brothers movie or some shit.
Exactly what I was gonna say. It's like something like that usually.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, bearing all that in mind, where's everyone sit with this movie? Because I do still recommend it, even though the last 20 minutes are shit. Like it's a good ass movie. If you want to talk about superhero movies and you haven't seen this one, fucking get out of here. Don't bother.
Yeah, no, I would recommend it. But yeah, it's not a movie that I'm like, oh no, it's in the holy grail of superhero movies or Mount Rushmore or anything like that. But it's a good movie. I enjoyed it.
I like two more than one, but I still recommend this movie because Christopher Reeve is fucking awesome.
Yeah. I gotta ask because before we move on, and I'll give my answer later. Is this everyone's favorite Superman movie?
It's a coin flip with Man of Steel.
I don't think so. But it's like it's kind of close given like what we have now.
Okay. Yeah, I mean I will say I have not watched any of the other Christopher Reeve Superman movies. But that's it. I've watched every other Superman movie. So.
I can't remember 2 that well. It might be in the conversation too, I guess. I've always wanted to watch the Richard Donner cut of 2, but I've never gotten around to it.
Yeah, same here. I watched the theatrical one, so I need to watch the Donner cut.
Okay. All right. So what do we got next?
Next, we're going to return to the edge. Right back to where we were, everybody. We're going to watch Spawn from the 90s. 97, right?
Yeah, 97.
Todd McFarlane's Spawn.
Who picked Spawn? Was it Dubs?
It was Tubbs, of course it was.
Yeah, it was Tubbs. I just want to point out, I'll just spoil it because we're going to talk about this movie really soon. But I'm spoiling it now. I watched it today. Holy shit, it is one of the most 90s things I've watched in a while.
It fucking is. It's 90s shit.
I got to ask you why you picked this movie when we do that episode.
Okay.
We'll discuss it next week.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah, next week. Wink, wink. Zach, you recommended a movie, right?
I picked this movie and I hate it.
Okay, cool.
I get that shit all the time. What's the big deal?
I picked this movie and I hate it and I stuck up for it and I stuck up for the stupid ending and all this other shit. Yeah, no, I like it.
But yeah,
like I said, it's the tent pole, the cornerstone.
We're gonna wrap up Cape shit next week, so make sure you go watch Spawn. It's not that long; it's pretty easy to watch, but I don't think it's really available streaming many places. So I guess good luck, but it's worth it. It's worth it. Go watch Spawn.
Yeah, you're gonna have to rent it, but yes, yeah, it's worth it. It'll be worth listening to whatever we have to say about it next week after we watch it.
Oh, I got things to say.
Oh, me too.
Is it Silent Stinger time?
Is it Sting? Is he going to unmask to reveal himself?
Not yet.
God damn it.
Post credit scene is where we discuss what we've been experiencing media wise, watching, playing, doing. Chaz, you go first, and we'll all take a nap.
Okay, that sounds great. Here's what I'm gonna do, because we're gonna travel to next week, and I've done a lot in the last week or so because I've had the flu, and
you're gonna cut it in half, yeah.
Flu. So I'm gonna cut it in half. Yeah. So
I just got sick again.
I got sick, I did my Pokemon stuff. We'll start with that first. We finished up our monthly no bans tournament. So this was a tournament where there was no ban list for the GLC format we were playing. So made up format with no stakes other than pride on the line. And after 4 rounds, I was undefeated. And you want to pull the result up for me? I finished first place. Now, something you'll note is that there is another person that's undefeated. That it's actually my teammate. So he and I have talked about it, and we're going to do a special exhibition match against one another to see who the real winner of the event is.
Pared down on one of his wins? Is that why you beat him?
Yeah, so if you see our opponent's win percentages were the same because the way the point system works, the records are pretty stiff. So then if you look at his opponent's win percentage, his was slightly lower than mine. So basically, I played more people that had better records at the end, because of who they played too, and it just worked out that way.
Gotcha.
So, nevertheless, again, we don't want it to settle that way. So even though the paper trail will show that I won the event, quote unquote, he and I are going to play it out to really say, okay, who got it. And I'm not going to lie, I'm probably going to lose because he is playing a deck that I have type weakness to. But that's okay. I've already beaten 2 decks I was allegedly unfavored, and I smacked them good. So
just play Exodia. Who cares?
Yeah, play Exodia. Play Thousand Eyes Restrict. Why don't you just counter build him? Just build a deck to counter his bullshit.
Well, he's got to use the deck that he used in the tournament.
Yeah,
it's good.
Yeah, it's fine. I have tech cards for that matchup because I do think it's my worst matchup, and I still think that I have routes to win.
What's the sideboard rules for Gym Leader Challenge?
They don't exist.
Okay, so it is just what's in there then. Okay,
yeah. Because the thing with Pokemon too is that there's no minimum or maximum card amount. You have to play exactly 60 cards,
right?
No more, no less. And the sideboards don't exist. So if you're teching for something, you just got to make sure that it's worth playing. Thankfully, in that type of game, you can afford to play 1 or 2 tech cards and it doesn't affect you too much. Because you can search your whole deck, very easily. Where in a lot of other games, you have to have sideboards or you have to play so many X number of tech cards for certain matchups because you may not see them if you only play 1. So anyway, had fun doing that. I didn't get to cast this past week, unfortunately, because I was sick, but my teammates handled that. I've just been doing a lot of testing when I've had the chance for the upcoming event. And I'm actually going to play Standard now. So I'm going to play in both the Standard and the GLC 3K at the end of the month in Akron, which is kind of cool. So I haven't played Standard since last year. But the format is rotating, which is the big draw. So all the stuff that's kind of kept things in check and been super boring about Standard are going bye-bye. So see how that goes. Still been watching, silly speedrunning videos and love that. I've had another thing, actually. I'll just transition to the Pokemon stuff. My daughter, who was also sick, we had several days at home just together. She just went on a huge bender with Pokemon. She's all about it now. So she and I actually played. We had been playing through Super Mario Wonder, which we finished. And then after, she's like, Daddy, why don't we play a Pokemon game together? So we have played and already completed Pokemon Leaf Green.
I figured it would be Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee or something.
So we're doing that one now. Like
there you go.
One,
that's the one that I would have guessed. Yeah.
Yeah. Surprise. She likes that one a lot more.
Yeah, no kidding.
But she enjoyed Leaf Green quite a bit. But she's in that. She's also we started watching the animated series. I think we're like on episode 5. And we actually watched it a few years back. She doesn't remember it. She's too young. But now we're watching it, and she's
like you're watching the original one. You're watching Kanto.
Yeah. Yep. It's on Amazon Prime for free. I think
my niece and nephew have been watching it as well.
Oh yeah, she's in love with it. Yeah, we just watched the episode where the Metapods duke it out in Viridian Forest. Yeah, she thought
with
that
the
was
samurai.
funny.
Yeah,
with the samurai. No, she thought it was super funny. She loved it. So yeah, we've had a good time playing those together. And then, as per usual, this is what I'll split up. I watched a fuckload of movies while I was sick. I did the thing where I literally just sat paralyzed for 14 hours, and I just watched movies back to back to back to back, and with no rhyme or reason to what I picked. So I'm going to break up the movies since I did all the other stuff. Now I'm going to just talk about 2 movies now, and then I will talk about the other movies.
Talk about all the superhero stuff now. Oh, we're doing superheroes next week anyway. Who cares?
Yeah. I'm going to save some of the superhero stuff. So the 2 movies I'm going to talk about, I'm going to talk about Superman 2025. I think it's very appropriate to talk about. Have you guys watched this movie yet?
I saw it in theaters.
You saw it in theaters. Okay. Dubs, Andy? Go fucking watch this movie. This movie is awesome.
No.
Yeah. Go watch it. Please go watch it. I'll go ahead and go to the hot takes. I like this movie a lot more than I like the original Superman movie.
Is this going to be another one of those the Batman situations where I don't watch it for years and then I finally watch it? I'm like, oh man, I see it now.
Yeah. I will say,
depriving yourself.
I
don't care about cape shit. I don't care about it.
Yes, you do. Quit lying.
It's a kick-ass movie. Just watch it. It's a kick-ass movie.
You just want to make it look like you don't.
So I will say I really enjoy Christopher Reeve's portrayal of Superman and Clark Kent, especially Clark Kent, and I do think that's better. But I don't know. There's something very human about the portrayal of Superman and Clark Kent in this movie. I don't know how much that has to do with the acting itself as opposed to how well the writing is for the movie. I think it's more that, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. I liked all the little beats that are cut in it. Lex Luthor's character, in my opinion, the best Lex Luthor in any of the movies that I've watched.
And Nicholas Hoult plays him, and he's awesome.
Yeah, Nicholas Hoult is an awesome Lex Luthor. And I enjoyed the story a lot. I thoroughly enjoyed the movie. Would highly recommend it. And then I'll just go in the order I watched these things. I watched Superman at 7:30 in the morning because I couldn't go back to sleep and I was nauseous and all of my body hurt. And it made me feel so elevated that I thought, you know what? I feel like I can do anything now. So then I watched Weapons. Have you guys watched Weapons?
Yes.
Yes.
Talk about a knee jerk.
Oh, that's a great. It's a great 180.
I did a lot of that. This series of movies I watched. I did a lot of you know what? It'd be cool if I just went. Weapons was also an awesome movie, but just in a very different way. It's a hard movie to talk about because I really don't want to spoil anything. Andy, again, it's a thing you should really go watch.
I mean, normally I say, let's spoil it, but it's a contemporary movie, and I'm pretty sure the Oscars are around the corner, and a lot of people are probably going to watch it, so maybe don't spoil that one yet.
No, I'm not going to spoil it. I will say the device or the way they decide to tell the story, again, it's just more about the method of how they shoot the movie and kind of do these diverging plot points to come together. Again, I miss that in some movies when it's done correctly, and I feel like it's done super well in this movie. So, again, I think it was really good. If you're not into horror movies or weird, creepy shit, maybe not watch it. But yeah, it's really good. But yeah, very different than Superman. And again, I've got 7 other movies to talk about, and I will save those for later. So I get to pick now. Zach, tell us what you did.
Okay. I watched this Christopher Reeve documentary after I finished Superman. Because I was I just went back to the main menu. I'm that was good. And it was under recommended. It was oh, there's a documentary about Christopher Reeve. And I was you know what? I don't really know that much about Christopher Reeve other than he was Superman. and he had an accident, and he was paralyzed until he died. That's all I know.
Something about a horse, right? Like I legit don't know too much either. I just know something about a horse.
Yeah, he got into like horse riding. Like he was trying to get into competitive horse riding and shit. And
the horse wouldn't put him over.
The horse
well, he did.
fell.
He kind of did.
Him.
Yeah.
It literally put him over. That's
he went over the horse. It just he didn't land good.
Yeah, very unfortunate.
And yeah, that kind of like put a damper on his life and career. But eventually, he did get back to work, which I didn't know that he actually did. But it was cool because you get to see a little bit of like what he was like, younger, like when he was like nobody. There's like scenes of him doing like theater and shit when he's like a skinny kid. Apparently he was really, really good friends with Robin Williams. I didn't know that. They basically considered each other brothers, really.
Wow. I know that one of the things was like he did, which I probably talks about this, but he did a lot of charity work, especially after his accident.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which was like an odd thing, like for someone who's in that position to like be like, I know I'm going to do a lot of outreach, but that was like a lot of his life spent after was related to that.
Pretty much, yeah. It got into a lot of that stuff too, which is like, he's just he was just like a really good guy, honestly. he just really was. And it sucks that he had his accident because it's like he got to a point obviously where he's like, I don't want to do Superman anymore, especially after 4. He was like not feeling it at 4 at all. He got out of doing that kind of stuff. He was trying to branch out into different movies. And I think he was going to be in something pretty big, and then his accident happened. And yeah, but he eventually got to a point where he could act again, and he even directed some movies. I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
I didn't know that either. Yep.
So that's pretty awesome. But like you could see some of his family and stuff. It's God. I'll say this: he's got some strong ass genes because all his kids look like him. And he's had 2 different relationships with like 2 different women and 2 different sets of kids. They all look like his kids.
But the dominant gene.
Yeah. Now his kids run his foundation and everything. Because like their mom passed away too, unfortunately. She got lung cancer randomly. It's just I don't. One of those, when somebody just, you have lung cancer. It's like, what? Like one of those. But cool documentary. If you want to learn more about Christopher Reeve, check it out. It's also on HBO Max. You might have emotional diarrhea if you're prone to that, though.
Oh no, I should avoid it.
No, that's going to make you want to watch it now. I watched Spawn.
Why'd you watch that?
I don't know. It's funny.
Hey, you know what I watched too? Let's discuss it right now.
Let's talk about Spawn right now. No.
All right. You know what? Screw next week. Doubleheader. Let's go.
No, but no. I just wanted to put that in there as a joke. I watched some. No, I'm gonna save that for the next episode. I watched F1 Australia though.
Yeah, let's go.
Formula 1 in Australia with
there were too many passes. I'm pissed off.
Oh my god! If you like look at any kind of discourse online about this shit, it's like there's a bunch of people crying about like, oh, there's no V10s anymore.
Things are different. I don't like it.
Things are different. I don't like it. Basically, it's
genuinely like, that was a pretty exciting race.
Yeah, it was, and it's like I'll try to like, sum it up as quickly as I can with like all these people complaining online. It's just like you had a set of rules with these cars where honestly I felt like it was hard to get overtakes and people were complaining about. It's like, man, the racing isn't that exciting.
Yeah.
Even famous people would say it.
There was like just the DRS zones were the only place that they could pass. So that means there's like 2/3 of the track where there's not a lot of action. I didn't like that. Like I didn't like that there's passing zones and you're only allowed to open that shit up in this area. Like I just never liked that really. Especially like when you look, I'm not going to be one of those people who back in the day the shit was better, but it's like literally the whole time they're just racing. There's no weird regulations on like how they try to drive their fucking car or anything. Now it's changed to where
they have to manage this battery system kind of that's on their car. Like they run hybrid systems right now. And it's like you can expend more of your battery power to like go faster and shit.
It's like Mario Kart.
Yeah, it's like Mario Kart. And then you have to like slow down a little bit and recharge it, because if you don't, then you just have no power and you're just fucking slow. Unless you're like, unless you're in an Aston Martin and you're just slow all the fucking time.
You're slow, then you got a GP2 engine.
but anyway, yeah, it's like ultimately what I like about it is the drivers have like full control over how they fucking want to drive again. It's just that some people's cars aren't as good, and some of the drivers who's in the cars that aren't that good are complaining more.
Well, it's the beginning of a new set of rules and a new set of engines, and reliability is at an all-time low. The cars are the least reliable they've been in like a decade. Yeah. So there were what, like 6-7 retirements because cars just failed in Australia.
Yeah, I was like, damn, this is starting to be like the old days. Like, I've watched some old Formula One races. It's actually not as bad as some of those times where it's like, I watched like a race from like the 70s or something, and it's like fucking a third of the field retired because of like reliability issues.
Yeah, like Honda and Aston Martin were like, our cars will not last past 25 laps probably. Yeah, but we're going to race anyway, I guess. Everyone was like, Jesus Christ.
Well, I guess I was thinking about that. I was like, why would they do that? And I guess I was like, ultimately they could get data from the racing. So that's probably what they were thinking.
They were collecting data. I think you get penalized or some shit if you like enter but don't compete or something. I don't know if that's true. I might be making that up.
But George Russell won. It was long rumored that the Mercedes was going to have a good car this time. Also, the same thing was being said for Ferrari. Like, they're also going to have a good car. It turned out those fucking rumors were true, I guess.
Yeah, especially in Mercedes' case. The lights out caught Kimi completely unawares, and he still finished fourth.
Yeah, he was like, it was funny listening to him explain. He's like, yeah, it didn't start good, and then I had to catch up the whole time, but I did.
Also, Max went from 20th to 6th or something. That was awesome.
Yeah, that rules. He couldn't get any further in 6th, though, unfortunately.
Yeah, he finally started getting near people who know how to drive.
I mean, is his whole thing now is like, I'll just start in the back as a handicap?
Yeah, he wrecked during qualifying on purpose because he's like, fuck it, I'll just start at the back of the field. No, he did crash in Q1 though. His rear axle locked up entirely. This is the reliability thing I'm talking about. Max Verstappen freaking crashed his car in qualifying 1.
There's like literally no explanation for it either. Nobody really knows, I guess. It just locked up. I've never had that happen before.
Yeah.
Well, at least it wasn't as bad as Oscar. He fucking bent it like when they were doing their formation
reconnaissance lap. It wasn't even the formation lap, it was the reconnaissance lap.
The hell's a reconnaissance lap?
It's they got to drive the cars around and make sure like the track is clear, and then they do that thing where they're like on the grid. And then everyone gets the fuck off the grid and they do the formation lap and then lights out.
Well, still, that's pretty embarrassing.
Yeah, it sucks. And it was his home race, too. Poor guy.
For Australia. But it was fun, though. It was fun despite people crying online.
They were going to complain no matter what.
What's new? People complaining about something that other people are passionate about? That's crazy.
I know.
Yeah.
And then we got to look forward to Shanghai's next, right?
Mm-hmm.
When is it? Next week?
This weekend.
It's this weekend.
I think.
I don't know. I didn't look.
I mean, it'll be at like 2 a.m. or something, but yeah, it's this weekend.
I'm not going to watch it. That's good. That's a next day one for me.
Is it on Apple TV now?
Yeah, you got to do Apple TV.
I have Apple TV now. I added Severance and Tetris and all that other crap to my watch list.
Hey, since we're talking about Apple TV real quick right now, do you know what the fuck else is on Apple TV? Like, because I thought
Tetris.
Oh yeah, I was Severance, Silo, Invasion, the Shrink. It has like Shrinking. It's a good comedy. There's a lot of good shit on there.
Yeah, you always recommended Severance. I was gonna watch it based on the fact that it's dub shit.
I don't know why, but when you said Shrink, it has Shrinking. It was just really funny.
What did you think it was gonna have?
That's what it's called. It's about shrinking.
Mm-hmm.
There's ghosts and Ghostbusters. I was like, oh man, I have Apple TV now. I can like find some things I've never been able to watch before because I know some things have only just been on Apple TV.
Yeah, like the F1 movie or Greyhound, I think, is that Tom Hanks movie about convoys in World War II. My dad says that's good. I was going to watch it.
Yeah, that's on there. And I was like trying to find some. It seems like there's more TV shows than movies, I notice.
The thing with Apple TV is the quality is so much better out of every streaming service through Apple, in my opinion.
You mean the actual video quality?
No, I'm actually talking about like writing and directing and everything.
It's more consistent.
Yeah.
Okay. I was going to say, because
we'll
actually,
find out.
So far, I was going to say, hey, the quality of the streaming has actually been pretty good. But,
I cannot stand that they put commercials in the F1 coverage, though.
I hate that we gotta pay for this shit. But it's like cable, I guess. We paid for cable. Whatever.
I mean, that's where all of it is now. You pay a base amount, and you have to pay.
You don't get a choice
amount.
with F1 coverage. You don't get a choice. You get
really?
commercials. It's commercials, baby. It's not during the race. At least if it was during the race, people would fucking riot. But it's like in between, like pre-race and something else, and interviews. Like they were in the pit talking to a driver. And then they were going to another thing, and they stuck a commercial in there, like right in the middle of Laura Winter saying something. And it's like, what is this amateur hour bullshit? This is fucking stupid.
F1's just a commercial anyways. Go around a track. It's
true. Yeah, they're all driving big billboards.
Fair enough.
I want to see that Napoleon movie. That fucking
Walking Phoenix.
That's on my watch list too. Yeah,
there's a director's cut.
Yeah,
and I'm like. Now I don't know what to do because it's also
the director's cut's like fucking 4 hours or something. Like, oh my god!
I think I want to watch the director's cut. One day I'm gonna get bored and be like, I don't know what to do, and I'm gonna watch that movie. I guess the director's cut version. But yeah, I also played Gundam card game. I've been trying to figure out a deck because Andy's like, hey, they're gonna do new type challenge near a place that's not gonna take us fucking 2.5, 3 hours to drive to go fucking do
a real one.
And I was like, okay, cool. I'm going to try to go. And I was able to get the time off to go. So now it's like, I'm locked in. I'm signed up for it. I have to fucking go. So I got to figure out a deck I'm going to use. I have my clan deck. That's basically like, if I get scared and I don't know what to do, that's what I'm going to play.
It's working for me.
But I've been testing some things. I've tried a Federation deck that did not work, I think, ultimately. And I built a Titans deck, and it seems to be working. I'm missing some things from it that I'd prefer to have in there. I just don't have them yet.
Just on Mobile Suit Arena, put that stuff in your deck and test it. And if you like it, just go to TCG Player and buy those things. Don't buy them unless you know it works.
I mean, it's not that I don't know that they're not going to work. It's just that I actually just need them. It's like things I know are going to work. It's like a Masala. Like I need those things. Yeah.
Well, again, it's too bad we don't live near each other because I have both of those.
Yeah, that's going well, I think. And I played RE9 and I beat it. And I went through this stupid bullshit where I couldn't get it because Amazon wasn't shipping it. So I just fucking canceled it.
Did you see that people are scalping the collector's edition?
I figured that was going to happen.
I saw that on Reddit. I was like, Jesus Christ, they're scalping everything.
Because of the stupid scarcity of it, yeah, especially that probably didn't help matters. It was cool. I liked it. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, we'll look out for Lost in Nightmares when we do cover it. But holy fuck, what an experience! But
yeah, we don't want to cut into our content farming over it. So I
mean, I will say the very first day, if you really want to go to watch their episode that they'll do later to talk about it, the one thing Dub said on day one was like, I have to take a break. I'm so tired from being scared all day.
Yeah, because Grace is fucking like
yeah, you got him going now.
Don't talk. Just leave it. It's a teaser. Day one playing the game, you were so scared you got tired. You tucked your poor little body out, being spooked.
She runs like a fucking in quicksand. It's fucking annoying sometimes.
His poor heart couldn't take anymore. He had to lay down.
Yeah.
Dude, I hate fucking getting chased by shit. So like I was like, I was like, I gotta take a break. But we'll get.
I'm just like, I hate one of the primary elements of survival horror.
Being chased.
Yeah,
Surviving.
I'm fat as
Surviving.
fuck and I can't run.
God, survival horror sucks. It just
You just
You know what my
die.
least favorite part about survival horror is? Trying to survive. Oh, it's not the horror? I forgot about the horror!
Oh, no.
The horror is surviving.
He's like, I'm scared and incompetent. No.
That's everything I did though. So I guess I'll pass it to Dubs.
Yeah, so I played RE9.
It sucks, right?
Yeah, it's a fucking terrible game. Tune in for Lost and Nightmares for that. I've been watching the WBC, the World Baseball Classic. USA is undefeated, but of course today a Mets pitcher started and fucking blew a 5-0 lead. Well, not blew a lead. He gave up 5 runs, which is 5-0 to fucking Italy.
Shoot through harder.
Yeah.
Throw harder.
Listen, the biggest thing about fucking Italy is that they have an espresso maker in their fucking dugout, and that's been
rules.
the news.
They're Italians, man. There's
Yeah.
probably a big ass ashtray in there somewhere too.
Probably.
Are they good at baseball?
I guess today.
Against the Mets, yes.
Yes, against the Mets. Yes, against the Mets, fucking future pitcher, a young pitcher. Who fucking put a young pitcher in a big fucking game like that? Anyway, the one thing I hate about the WBC is like they're doing this like fucking drama bullshit where like teammates are getting at the batter's box and trying to like shake their team, like their actual teammates in the MLB hand, and they're not like shaking their hands because it's like a competitive thing, and it's weird that I'm gonna shake a hand from like a one country to another type of thing. Yeah, it's good sportsmanship, but like you got to show like, fuck you, buddy. I'm gonna fucking kill you in this game. So like people are like, oh my god, they hate each other. Look, they're not fucking shaking hands, and it's like so fucking stupid that I'm seeing that in the news rather than good baseball. So
didn't you say when the USA beat Great Britain 9-1?
yeah.
That's funny.
I just watched the recaps. I was like, Jesus Christ!
They don't know. They play fucking cricket. I mean, like, you gotta know what a crumpet is before you play cricket.
Great Britain started out with a lead. They got a home run, and it was 1-0. And it was like, oh my god, we got a baseball game. And then the game started going on. Like, oh no, never mind.
Why is America allowed to fucking be in this thing? Honestly, it's kind of like not fair, right?
I mean, there's some other countries that have fielded pretty damn good baseball games. Japan.
Yeah. Latin teams
Japan.
are good too. Like Dominican Republic is good.
Mm-hmm.
Puerto Rico is good. Mexico is good.
South Korea has had a good team at times.
Mhm.
Really? Huh.
Yeah. Dominican Republic fucking like ruined Israel. Like I think there was a game where they won like fucking like 15-0 and like had to do them.
They were watching Israel and the United States are going to bomb that place soon.
at least somebody did more bombing than Israel. But anyway, moving on.
Whoa.
Yeah, I've been watching a lot of sports. Been watching some of not the 1997 X-Men that on Disney Channel, but like the actual 90s X-Men TV show, the cartoon
show. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. And so I was like, this is fun. And that's pretty much all I've done, pretty much, is Resident Evil. I uploaded my casual playthrough.
No commentary.
No commentary, because most of it is going to be like, ooh, I'm going to be like Grace and and more like, what the fuck do I do here? Like, I'd be like that guy, that Zach, that you keep on putting into the reels of him being Italian and stuff. I'd be like, what the fuck is this? What's going on here?
The fuck is this? I like when he like has that filter where he makes his nose big and his fucking mouth. It's like the stereotypical Italian guy. The fuck is that?
Yeah. So like there's times where I'm like, I don't know what the fuck to do, and then when you play the Leon parts, I'm just like, fuck yeah, fucking. I just imagine Doom music just hitting in my ears when I'm playing as Leon.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. And something cool that happened recently. I don't know if it was today. My days are mixed up, but Capcom released a video and said that they're going to release some updates for the game. Number one, there's going to be photo mode. So, a lot of fucking women are going to wet their panties for some Leon photos. Number two, they are going to do a mini game. So we might get some mercenaries and other stuff down the road. And number three, we're getting an expansion in the story. I'll save my thoughts on that for Lost in Nightmares, because I was gonna kind of spoil it near the end of what happens around the scene with Leon and Grace. But I digress. I'm actually excited they're putting time into this game. This game sold 5 million copies
already.
Yeah. Did it already break the RE2 record?
It's their fastest selling game now.
Yeah.
So it's doing good.
Yeah. So we're eating good in Capcom. I will say that they have that one game that's coming out soon with the little girl and the fucking robot. That looks interesting to me.
Pragmata.
Yeah.
Pragmata. That's the name of it.
I've heard a weird thing that it's gonna be Mega Man meets Metroid Prime. That's the two combos that I heard for that game.
Shoot lemons in first person.
Shoot
lemons.
I can do that in my house.
You can.
But yeah, that's all I've done. Maybe I'll do something next week. Who knows? Probably not. Spoiler.
Spoiler for potential spoiler. All right, well, I'm gonna go, even though you didn't tag me in. I'm just gonna jump right in the ring, push the ref down.
It's a blind tag. That's what they do in wrestling. You just slap them on the back and get in there. That's what you do.
Dubs is Scared and Out of Breath, which is the name of his casual playthrough, and you just get the hot tag.
That should be the new name of your channel, Scared and Out of Breath.
There you go.
Anyway,
I watched Australian Grand Prix. Who cares? We already talked about it. I also rewatched every episode of Mobile Suit Gundam Requiem for Vengeance because Zach and I recorded a Big Zam, a little podcast about it. That show's pretty cool. I like the show. It's fun. Honestly, I'm glad we talked through it because I had a lot of mixed opinions about it. And after we talked about it, I came away from it mostly positive. I was like, you know what? Yeah, I do get it. That's cool. They could have done some things differently, but overall, it's pretty cool. The wrong character was the main character, maybe, sort of. There's a weird, it's weird. It's fine. Go watch Big Zam, a little podcast. We like it a lot. Speaking of Gundam, I've also been playing the Gundam card game and Mobile Suit Arena, and I played Gundam Locals tonight with my clan deck, and I won! Woo! Twice. Winning. My clan deck has won. I won 2 weeks ago and tonight. And last week, I got second place, so.
Winning.
Clan's where it's at, baby. Also, I've been watching Mobile Suit Gundam Zeta while I do other things. At first I was blazing through it because I thought I was trying to catch up to Zach because he started it before I did. And I was like, oh man, I gotta catch him. It'll be fun. We'll watch it together. And I'm around episode 30 now. And after we recorded Requiem for Vengeance, he was like, yeah, I'm on episode 6. I was like, God damn
it. Sorry.
Why did I watch so much of this so fast? But I'm still enjoying it. It's one of two things I watch when I've been sitting here working on my model. I've been making this fighter jet model, and it's really good to have on because I've seen it before. I don't have to pay 1,000% attention to what's going on. But the other thing I've been watching a lot of is people building models on YouTube. I'm such an old man now. It's just, I like it. It's really appealing to watch people who know what they're doing build models, whether it's gunpla or military. It's just really interesting when they use water slides, when they do panel lining, when they do all the stuff that's above my skill level. I really enjoy it. And I have panel lined, and that's actually what I've been doing is I'm applying my water slides to this thing now. But it's taken me a week because I'm not very good at it. They're just blam, 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 blam. Just put them all on there perfectly. But I've been watching a lot of that. That's been a lot of fun. And as you guys know, I beat Ace Combat 0 and 3 and 5 and 4 and 7 and X and Joint Assault and Northern Skies, and I'm probably forgetting some. And the remake of 2. And so it was time to move on to something new. But I accidentally started playing Ace Combat Zero again instead. Like, I'm not gonna get any like points in Accelerated Gamer for it. I just really like Ace Combat Zero, and there's Ace Combat Zero has like 2 paths through the game, and you play all the levels the same, but depending on what your honor level is, they don't call it that, but it's like a Paragon Renegade, like Mass Effect bullshit kind of thing. But depending on what your level of that is, different Ace squadrons will turn up to fight you, and the game is different. And I was trying to be, because the first time I played it through, I went all the way Knight. I was very cool. Every time you can disable an aircraft and let them escape the combat zone because they're disabled, they can't fight back, and it's dishonorable to shoot them down. So I'd always let them get away, even though if you shoot them down you get more money. So I'd always let them escape, but I didn't like blow up refugee tents because they might be hiding weapons. I let civilians be. And now I'm like, okay, I'm gonna be evil now. It's hard to be evil. Like, it's hard to have the ammunition to blow up all these goddamn refugee tents. So what I did is I got an air fuel explosive bomb and blew up all the refugee tents at once. That made it a lot easier. Like, they try to be like, they might be hiding weapons there. And like, if you read between the lines, you're like, am I just like shooting refugees? Like, what am I doing in this mission? And that's kind of part of the narrative of the game, and I won't ruin it too much, but I'm still early on in my evil playthrough of Ace Combat Zero.
That'll count points if you beat it again.
Well, I just beat it. I beat it in December.
You didn't complete it or anything though, right?
Well, I still won't have completed it. You got to do 2 run-throughs, and then you got to shoot down all the aces. And I'm getting a lot of them, but I think there's a few aces that will only turn up on certain difficulties. Oh. So if I wanted to, I could go back and do that. We'll see what kind of mood I'm in after I play through it again. The final thing that I watched that I actually really do want to talk about is, of course, I got Apple TV, and I was like scrolling through it, putting Severance on my playlist, putting Greyhound on my playlist, putting the Tetris movie on there. And I didn't realize that Joel Coen's Tragedy of Macbeth was an Apple movie. And I was like, oh, I'll put that on there for sure. And it did that thing where it like auto played the trailer. I was like, man, this movie looks weird. And the runtime was like the exact amount of time until the Australian Grand Prix started, plus like 20 minutes. And I was like, fuck it, I guess I'm going to watch Tragedy of Macbeth tonight. That movie is so wild. It is so good. I love it. The thing about it is, and I don't want to sound like too much of a hipster, but you can't say this sentence without sounding like a hipster. Everyone else would hate this movie. It's like, it's all done with like the original Shakespearean dialogue. So you like, I don't want to be like, oh, you got to be a Redditor to understand Rick and Morty. I don't want to be like a douchebag about it, but you gotta have some intelligence points to understand what the hell's going on in Tragedy of Macbeth, because it is just Macbeth. Denzel Washington is really great, but honestly, he's not even the best part. Like, it's kind of a shame because he is like a 9 out of 10, and there's so many other people in the movie that are like a 10 out of 10. They're acting so well. It's so like, it's obvious, and it's cool because it's in like it's in 4:3 on purpose, and it's black and white on purpose. Cool. But it's shot very crisply. Like, it's black and white, but it's not fuzzy at all. Like, everything is very, very defined. And all the sets are like stylized. German expressionism comes to mind several times watching it, because like, it's like, this looks like a set, but that's cool. It's cool that it looks like a set, if that makes any sense. All the sets are very minimalist. And I'm not Joel Coen, I don't know for sure, but I think what's going on is the sets are so minimalist because who the fuck cares about the sets? Yeah, they're in a castle. That's all you need to know. Pay attention to the actors. And you just like look at Frances McDormand's face and her acting, and you're like, man, she's evil. Like, you just get really locked in because there's nothing else to pay attention to. There's nothing going on the set. It's just these extremely good actors doing extremely good acting. And, it's like one of the most famously well-written stories ever told, Macbeth. And holy shit, it is so cool. Like, it's, I don't remember what I ranked it, but it's pretty close to being like a 5 out of 5. I like it a lot. I think I gave it 4. There are some things about it that maybe could make it better, but I mean, if you guys really want to go off the deep end, like if you really like when Dubs watched My Dinner for Andre, I was blown away by how surprised I was. If anyone watches Tragedy for Macbeth, you'll get the same definitive effect from me. I'll be like, whoa, you watched it? Let's go. Let's talk about it. Because it's so wild. It's so cool. Like, at least watch some clips and you'll understand what I'm talking about. It's so cool. But I hate to conclude our episode of Superman with Tragedy of Macbeth, but that's it. That's all I did and all I played and all I did, all the other stuff. But seriously, go watch it. Unfortunately, unless you have Apple TV, I guess you're not. Oh, I guess you could probably just rent it. But at least 2 of you, maybe all 3 of you have Apple TV. So consider it at least. No, okay. Chaz doesn't have it. Well, 2 of you have it. Put it on your watch list. Start it. You don't have to finish it. Just let it play. Because at the beginning, it's just like a battle has. I don't know if you guys have seen Macbeth. Did they like make you watch any of it in middle school or anything?
I had to read it. So
okay. Well, Chaz knows more about it than anyone. But I guess like there's parts of Macbeth that you'll be like, oh, that's what that's from. But like at the beginning of Macbeth, a battle has happened. And someone goes to the king and like reports on it, and then it goes back to Macbeth and I can't remember his friend's name, but they see the witches, the 3 witches, and they like tell the future. And the witch, bubble, bubble, toil and trouble, blah blah blah. That's from Macbeth.
Let's just Throne of Blood.
Well, Throne of Blood is Macbeth.
No, Macbeth ripped off Throne of Blood.
No, wrong.
clearly
I've already seen this. Then I don't need to watch.
We talked about that when we talked about Throne of Blood, but yeah, the person who plays the witch is fucking terrorized. It's terrorizing. It's so oh my god, it's terrible. You have to watch at least that. At least get up to where the witches tell Macbeth that he's going to be king. At least watch up to that, and then you can decide if you're going to watch the rest of this piece of shit or not.
What piece of shit movie? 4 out of 5 stars.
It's not going to take long. It's going to take you like 10 minutes. At least watch up until that point, and then come back to me and be like, I didn't want to watch it. And I'll be like, that's cool. That checks out. Seriously. I'm gonna follow up next week.
What? I'm going to give you a spoiler. I will have not watched it.
No kidding. All right. Well, anyway, speaking of stuff that you need to watch before next week, make sure you go watch Spawn, and then also follow us on YouTube and Google, iTunes, Spotify, everywhere, and you'll be able to hear the rest of our Cape shit stuff. And then after that, there's going to be a whole nother theme, and it is also some real nerd shit. So you're going to want to be on board for that.
Mm-hmm.
Bored.
But yeah, thanks a lot for listening and watching.
All right. See you guys later. See you guys next week. Bye.
Next week.
Next week.
Big trouble.